The mid rounds of the NFL draft are just that. Mid. And most players from the mid rounds do not work out in the NFL. But there are some players taken in the mid rounds that either slip through the cracks or just develop into some of the best players at their positions. So today, we are going to be doing a fantasy draft of only mid round players, and we are going to be rebuilding the team from there by only signing and drafting other mid round players. And we are going to try and see if we can get this team a Super Bowl win. So get a drink, get a snack, get whatever, because I'm really excited to get into this one. And before we get into today's video, be sure to drop a like on the video. It helps me know that y'all want to see more stuff like this. And we easily hit the like goal on the last video, at least I'm assuming we did because y'all are goated. So you know what? Let's see if we can get to 2,000 likes on this video. That's the highest goal I've ever set, so we'll have to see if we can hit it. But if we can hit that, and only if we hit that, I have another one of these planned that might be a little extreme, but I think it would be really fun. So if you like the video, we would hit like 15,000 likes or something, so be sure to do it. It'll help us hit the goal. And of course, subscribe for more if you haven't already, because rebuilds are all I do. I do fantasy drafts a lot lately. So if you like rebuilds, you're definitely in the right place, and it'll make you an OG of the channel for when we inevitably hit 10 million subscribers, I'm sure. And let me see if I can find a shout out for this one. This got suggested like a million times. You know what? I'll give the shout out to Ryan for the suggestion of this video. Their link is in the description. And if you want to shout out, just let me know any fun rebuild ideas y'all have, because it helps me know what y'all want to see. But I rambled too much. Let's get into this fantasy draft. And I don't really feel like I need to explain how we're going to do this. For the fantasy draft, I'm only going to take players that got picked in the mid rounds of the NFL draft in real life. So rounds 3, 4, and 5. But let's get into this and we will see what we can do. So we pick at number 19, and let's see what our options are. I believe Davante Adams was a third round pick. I'll have to check that. Travis Kelce was third. I think Chris Jones was third. I think Fred Warner was also third. Maybe third round picks in real life are just the strat. I don't know. Jesse Bates might have been second. Cooper Kupp, he might have been second. There are definitely some options here though. Surprisingly though, Max Crosby already went before Myles Garrett. Madden dabbling in a little bit of racism. I don't know. Damn. Davante Adams was taken at the very end of the second. Not very end of the second, but late second. That's tough. I wanted to switch it up and go with the receiver, but unfortunately we can't do that. We could go Amon-Ra St. Brown. We might do that round 2. Chris Jones was round 2 too. Why do I think all these round 2 players were round 3? I don't know. Was Fred Warner actually round 3? Okay, he was. He was almost pick 69, pick 70. Okay, well, I'm actually just stupid. Cooper Kupp was a third round pick. So was Mark Andrews. He's only 27. I don't even know the last time I've used Cooper Kupp in a rebuild, though. I think this could be pretty fun. I guess same goes for Mark Andrews, but Cooper Kupp usually dominates in this game. It could just be a product of, the Rams system in this game. A player that I loved coming out of Eastern Washington, and I wanted the Seahawks to draft him. They didn't, and they see how that worked out for him. But let's go with Cooper Kupp as our first pick. I'm only going to show a few picks, obviously, and the rest won't take as long as that one. I was just trying to figure out what our options were. But let's try and be a little smarter with our second pick, because I don't love the strategy of drafting older players. I just thought that would be a fun one. Ooh, I say that, but are we going back-to-back white boys? Trey Hendrickson? Was he a 5th round pick? Okay, I'm just way off with my past draft knowledge. He was a 3rd round pick. But we need pass rush, and he is pretty good in this game. We could also go Danielle Hunter. Okay, yeah, he was a 5th round pick. Let's go with Danielle Hunter. He has superstar dev. I think he usually does better in this game than Trey Hendrickson. And again, I don't even know the last time I've used him. I've used Trey Hendrickson recently, so we will see what Danielle Hunter can do here. Another older-ish player, but I think that's just what we're going to have to do, but that's fine, as long as they're already good players. And you know what? I think we're going to go with another older player. Running back is just really important in real life. No. Running back is really important in this game. I wouldn't do this in real life, but Aaron Jones looks like our best option here. We could also go Tony Pollard, but he's terrible in this game. Aaron Jones is actually very, very good. Also, superstar dev, won't really matter at this point when he's 28, but let's take him. And we definitely need some secondary. Let's see what we can do here. But let's go with Deron Bland here. We need a corner, only has normal dev. I wish I could give him a better dev trait outside of franchise, but I'll probably give him star. I don't want to cheat too hard hard. I'll give another division rival a dev trait on some player. I don't know. But let's go with Deron Bland here. And for our last pick, do we finally want to go QB? I was thinking about taking QB earlier, but there just wasn't anyone worth it that we could have taken. I mean, we could have maybe gone Russ, but I don't know. Even if I wanted to, he went one pick before us. There's the guy I was looking for, Mr. Sam Howell. Is he worth taking here, or could I get away with? I'll take Sam Howell. I'm not going to take him here. How about that? I think that's a better strategy. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't in the Ravens offense. Well, he can run, actually. I forget about that all the time. One of the main things I liked about him, which apparently Madden doesn't agree, but he could like genuinely run people over in college. So he would be pretty fun here. I'll take him later. Ooh, and you know what? Let's actually go with Puka Nacua as our last pick. I'll give him a dev trait. I'll have to give another division rival a dev trait just so it's fair, but he obviously deserves one. It's been very good for the Rams. I guess we're just recreating the Rams receiving core. Also another player that I like coming out of college, but yeah, he's been very good as a rookie, so let's go with Puka Nacua at number 2, or as our number 2 receiver. And I will make the rest of these picks, and we'll see what kind of team we end up with. Hopefully it's a decent overall. But here's a look at the team we ended up with, and honestly, this team is really nice. Better than I thought it would be. And there's always someone who asks, so I'm gonna answer this now. The reason I didn't just do a straight up mid-round team is because, well, use your brain for half a second. That team would have been like a 90-something overall, and this wouldn't have been a challenge. It would have just been me being like, oh, this team's underperforming, even though it's like a 92 overall. That's cool. For the entire rebuild, that's all it would have been. Instead, this will be an actual challenge. So, what picks did I not show? Well, I don't know. Y'all can see the team. We got Ali McNeil, Quincy Williams, Jordan Whitehead, Kirby Joseph, Dorrance Armstrong, Jake Ferguson, a pretty decent offensive line, including Bernhard Raimann. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Something like that. Joe Tooney. This team is better than I thought it would be. It's not super young, but that's what the drafts are for. And it is pretty young overall. Like, if you averaged it out, this is probably the youngest team in the league. Our offense is definitely better than our defense at an 83 compared to a 79, but both are pretty good. And our defense is younger, I believe, so it should be pretty close by the end of this year even. But anyways, I've yapped way too long. I'm really curious to see how this team does in simulation because I have no idea. It could be great. It could massively underperform. I don't know how Sam Howell's going to do. I don't know how much we're going to use our receivers in this Ravens playbook. It's going to be interesting. So let's get to the midseason point and we will see what kind of record we have. Okay, well, at the midseason point, we are 5-2. I'm going to be honest. I thought we were going to be much worse. I thought we were going to be like where the Cardinals are right now or worse. Also, what is the Cardinals team? They have a 77 offense and an 87 defense? Is Mike Tomlin their head coach or something? I need to lower Von Miller. I mean, I have, but I need to lower him more in my custom rosters. He's getting like healthy scratched now. Jimmy Garoppolo. Go with Desmond Ridder. I mean, he sucks in real life, but at least he's decent in the game. Yeah, this is an interesting team. They have Isaiah Prince as their starting right tackle. That was a draft strategy for sure. Well, anyways, like I said, we're doing much better than I expected. We could regress in the second half of the year because I think our defense is allowing a lot more yards than points. Yeah, we're 16th for defensive yards allowed, and then like 4th for points allowed. Yeah, 4th. So we'll probably regress there, but our offense is doing well. Morgan Moses isn't doing great. We're not getting much pressure either. Danielle Hunter's leading the team with only 3 sacks. Shocker, I know. A high overall pass rusher is barely producing. Never seen that in Madden before. But this is a great starting point. I thought it would be a rough start and we would turn it into a good team, but we're already good. I'm curious to see how good we can make this team though. But we have some re-signings to worry about. Aaron Jones, Ricky Stromberg, Sam Howell. Nothing too major other than, you know, our starting quarterback and running back. Drew Dahlman, he's our starting center. Aaron Jones isn't interested. We'll offer him 5 years, 67 mil. That's a much longer deal than I would like for a 28-year-old running back, but I guess we'll do it, and he takes it. And then Sam Howell, we'll sign him while he's still very cheap, 6 years, 40 mil. He takes it. And I'll resign. That's weird. I've never seen that before. Hold on. If you see Ricky Stromberg right here, it shows that he has hidden dev still, but if you click, it shows star dev. I mean, I guess it's not expecting you to re-sign hidden dev players in their first year on the team, but that's something. But we also bring Drew Dahlman back. And yeah, like I said, I'll probably bring most of these guys back. So let's get to the end of the season and we will see what kind of record we finish with. Okay, well, at the end of year 1, we do finish finish about where I expected at 10-7. And yeah, our defense did regress quite a bit. Our offense also regressed like a tiny bit, but not too much. We actually finished with the worst passing game in the league, at least in terms of yards per game, which isn't great. Our defense definitely wasn't great though, but to be fair, it's not a great overall, so I'm not too worried about it yet. Maybe I should be. We'll see. But let's check out the season stats. I'm interested to see how the team did. Sam Howell was pretty good, all things considered. Only 2,900 yards, but we only passed 386 times. 25 touchdowns, 9 picks. That's a good rate. Not a great completion percentage, but pretty good year. 1,400 yards for Aaron Jones, 4.7 per carry, 13 touchdowns. He was really good. 1,000 yards for Cooper Kupp, led the team, 9 touchdowns, but he was really our only receiver. Less than 600 yards for Puka Nacua, 5 touchdowns. Not much for Ferguson, and not much for Shakir. Ooh, and even though we passed only 386 times, the game still found a way to let an 80 overall tackle allow 13 sacks. I love this game. Bernard Raymond also wasn't great, but the interior was good. And then Quincy Williams led the team with 122 tackles. Tackles for loss, 19 for Dorrance Armstrong, 17 for Kobe Turner, 15 for Aleem McNeil, 12 for Danielle Hunter. And sacks, only 6 for Danielle Hunter led the team. That's... How many does he have in real life? He has 15 and a half. Got it. All right, cool. But Kobe Turner with 4.5 sacks, 4 for Dorrance Armstrong, 3 for Aleem McNeil. I don't remember if I already read those. I might have. And then interceptions, 3 for Jordan Whitehead, 3 for Deron Bland, 2 for Garrett Williams and Kirby Joseph, and then a few players. We definitely got a good amount of picks, but we should have had more sacks than we got. An MVP goes to Josh Allen on the Bears, Patrick Mahomes on the Rams at number 2, Trevor Lawrence on the Bengals, ooh, Lamar on the Falcons, that would be fun. Micah Parsons up there for MVP on the Chiefs. We'll have to see what he did. Oh god, did he get like 32 sacks or something? We'll see. Micah Parsons can get 32 sacks in this game, but Danielle Hunter can get 6. Love that. But Offensive Player of the Year goes to Keenan Allen on the Bengals, so I guess the number 1 receiver for Patrick Mahomes. No Ravens. Defensive Player of the Year obviously goes to Micah Parsons. Also no Ravens. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Rashee Rice, now on the Colts. Tank Dell stays on the Texans. Jake Bobo up there, staying in LA, I guess. This is a really interesting top 10 for Rookie of the Year. We have Puka Nacua at number 7, and then Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Kobe Turner. Okay, I actually didn't expect that. The Chargers had a really good rookie class, apparently. Garrett Williams at number 5, though. Ooh, Sam Howell was at number 4 for best QB. Aaron Jones at 6 for best running back. I don't know why I'm checking all these. I just feel like it for some reason. Joe Tooney up there for best lineman at 7. Dorrance Armstrong at number 9 for best LB. I'm just not going to comment on that. I think y'all know what I want to say about that. But whatever, I can't complain too much. We went 10-7. We did well as a team. But we are going to be taking on our division rivals in the Cleveland Browns in the wild card. I should probably restart my game. It is lagging, but we have a first of many scenario here. We will go play it cool. Y'all know me. I don't think we will win this game. I don't know if we deserve to. The Browns have a better overall team, so I'm fine if we lose this. This is just the beginning anyways. We have a long ways to go, so let's see if we can somehow take down the Browns. I mean, I don't think we deserve to get smoked, but okay, no, we lose 24-14. That's fair. But I'm curious to see if there will be any good free agents at all, and if there are some good ones we can, sign. So let's get into free agency, and we will see if we can make any additions there, or if it'll just be the draft. All right, this Super Bowl makes me want to die. Before I show it, we have a couple upgrades for Kobe Turner for winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. I'm sure he got a dev trait. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that, because it's probably going to make him not have a dev trait. Ooh, okay, I saw an ability slot. He went straight up to Superstar? I mean, I don't know why he got given Defensive Rookie of the Year twice. I've seen this happen before. I've won Defensive Rookie of the Year and not gotten a dev trait at all. Maybe it's like, I think I also said this before, but maybe it's, who the hell is Alan George? Never heard that name in my life. Anyways, I think it's like, it does an overall one, and then it does like each conference. That's my best guess. Like, that's the only thing I could think of. I don't know. But the Super Bowl is my favorite, the one that happens every single rebuild, at least once or twice or 3 times. The Chiefs versus the Cowboys, so we can't even escape it in a fantasy draft. That's fun. That's cool. Who do the Chiefs even have here? Oh yeah, I forgot to check Micah Parsons. We'll do that now. Is their quarterback dead-ass Drew Lock, or did they have someone that retired? If it's actually Drew Lock, okay, no, their quarterback just retired. I wonder who it was. Maybe it was like Aaron Rodgers. Did I see that? I might have seen that in awards, that Aaron Rodgers was the Chiefs QB. Let me see what it says here. Yeah, he was. Okay, that's something. I don't know how I just detective that shit out so easily, but that's something. But let's see what Micah Parsons did. Oh yeah, just a casual 30 sacks. That's realistic. But Danielle Hunter gets gets 6. So, cool. Oh, yeah, and let's see if we hit any other dev-ups. We obviously got 2 for Kobe Turner, which is cool. Oh, yeah, Puka Nacua. This wasn't a breakout from after the year or anything. Cooper Kupp mentored him and got him superstar dev, which is cool. I don't see any on offense, though. Jordan Whitehead got star. That's nice. But that's it. But let's get into the offseason, and we will see who we need to re-sign. Okay, well, there wasn't really anyone important to re-sign, so let's see who's available in free agency. Okay. Nobody, as I expect. Okay, yeah, legitimately nobody that would start on our team. Maybe a corner. What round was James Bradbury? Was he 3rd? I don't even know if I want him, though. But I want to sign somebody. I don't want to be completely boring. He was 2nd. Shit. I think Jonathan Jones was undrafted. What round was Stephon Gilmore? Was he 2nd? Oh, he was a top 10 pick. I forgot about that. Never mind. Okay, yeah, there is legitimately nothing that would help us. I mean, maybe a safety. I think Quandre Diggs was like a 5th-ish round pick. I don't know. But also we have Kirby Joseph, who isn't as high of an overall, but is a lot younger. Okay, yeah, there is legitimately nothing we can do here. I do expect the future free agent classes to be better, though. This is like one of the worst ones I've ever seen, even for a first year in a fantasy draft, which are usually bad. So I'm going to trade my 1st and 2nd round picks back and then trade my 7th round picks up for obviously mid-round picks, and we will see what we can do in the draft. We should have a decent amount of picks from trading those away, though. Okay, well, in the draft, I forgot to turn the draft clock off, but oh well. Our first pick is in the 3rd round, of course. And honestly, I didn't really see anyone too crazy, but I did see some good players. It's just the question. The question is, are they still available? Okay, Patrick Williams is here. He looks interesting. He looks pretty good, actually. The thing is, the way I built this roster, I built it so we don't have any, like, desperate needs. I mean, we have things that could be better, but are they fixable in the 3rd round is, I guess, the question. What do I want to target? We could go for another defensive tackle, a corner, a linebacker, maybe an edge, maybe a tight end, and maybe a receiver. I'm thinking corner, D-tackle, and linebacker are our best bets for upgrades. Ooh, this guy looks pretty good. Eddie Charles, his play rec is kind of terrible, but he has good speed. He has great speed, elite acceleration, B-man, C-zone. I don't know what his press is. He looks good, though. Another one I like is Devon Mills. He's slow. So with our first pick, I do think we are going to go Eddie Charles. I don't think he's amazing, but I think he's good because of the speed. I wish he had better play rec. That's the only thing that could hold him back from being, like, good, but I think he's decent. So let's go with Eddie Charles out of Louisville. Sounds good. Normal dev. Really? I had good injury. Okay, maybe. He did lack discipline, though, which is why I thought there was a chance he could have hidden, but he still could be decent. We'll see. I don't know how many picks I'm going to show or how many I'm even going to take here. I guess just until I run out of players that I think would be good. Pretty much. Raphael Elam, Elam. He looks good. I wish I knew what his play rec and tackle were, though. Those are 2 pretty important ones. But he has decent enough speed, good strength. Thinking about him. What's DeMarcus Kinney's speed? This guy just looks like a worse version of Elam. All right, let's go with Raphael Elam, only 21 years old, out of Miami. Sounds good. And he has hidden dev, 89 speed, 91 excel. I'm surprised he has 89 speed. I feel like I've taken receivers that ran like a 4.42 and have 89 speed. I don't know, but he looks good either way. And let's see, is there a receiver? Ooh, Earl Harrison is, whoa, he actually looks really good. Unless there's something I'm missing here, like maybe his deep route is an F and it's like really bad, but he has good speed, only decent excel, but elite jumping, great change of direction, great agility, great strength. There must be something I'm missing here. Maybe his medium route is a D and his deep route is an F. That's the only thing I could think of. But I mean, we're in the 3rd round. I'm gonna take a chance on a guy like this. Let's go with Earl Harrison out of Notre Dame. Hidden dev, 91 speed, 94 jumping, 92 agility and change of direction, which is insane for someone who's 6'3", 221. I hate the number, but low-key, these are some pretty good picks so far. But I'll make a few more picks, and I will see y'all for the draft recap. Okay, well, here's how we did in the draft. Our worst pick was actually our first pick. Eddie Charles is only a 70, so his zone and his play rec must have been awful. Okay, he has 55 play recognition. His press is actually really bad. His zone isn't even that bad. Just, yeah, the play recognition isn't great. Wish I had him focus scouted, but oh well. He's still fine. A 70 is probably decent value for the 3rd round. It's just a lot of these picks were really good value. Raphael Elam is a 76. I think he was the highest overall guy we got and was probably one of the best overall players in the class. He was tied for 24th, so he was a 1st round talent. That's pretty good. And then Earl Harrison is a 75 overall. He is very good too. I thought he would only be like a 71 to be honest, but no, he is legitimately good. I don't know why he didn't get drafted earlier. Patrick Williams isn't great. I can't remember if he had a dev trade or not. No. Okay, he's not very good. Mike Cooks, which sounds like one of those, you know, like Mike Hawk names or like Mike Hunt. I don't know what Cooks would be, but he was supposed to get picked in the first round. I thought he would be a better overall, but at least he does have a dev trait. He's just not a very good tackler. I guess that's the problem. Everything else looks good though. And then what's the last pick I took? I made all of these picks. Radley's really good. He had a dev trait. Reed I thought would have a dev trait and be even more insane. Literally all of his ratings were an A, at least the ones that were scouted, but he's still good. And then Terrell Brooks was my last pick. Another guy that I thought would be better because he was a power back with 4.34 speed. And his power back ratings were literally all A's. He had like A trucking, A carrying, and A stiff arm or whatever or break tackle maybe? I don't know. Does it even show break tackle? Oh yeah, 84 is the first stat. I don't know. Either way, he looks good. And the CPU actually picked a pretty good receiver too. Only normal dev, but he looks good. So this was a really nice draft. I mean, maybe this is a strat. Trading down the first round pick for just a bunch of mid-round picks because I feel like I pick better in the mid-rounds anyways. I don't know. I'll think about it. I mean, it's not realistic, but it's fun. But that might have been the longest year one I have ever had in a rebuild. So let's get into the start of year two. But here's a look at the team heading into year two. And despite having like a pretty good draft, we only got a few starters in Harrison and Elam. But honestly, that's really all we need. I mean, we needed a linebacker. We still needed a corner, but there just wasn't a very good one available, straight up. And then we got a third receiver, which we didn't desperately need, but you know, at least he has a dev trait. I wish we got a better lineman, but all of them were gone by the time we got to the third round, which is surprising because normally that's where the best ones are. But literally, I didn't show it, but the top three weakest positions for last year's draft were left guard, center, and right guard. I don't remember the exact order, but that was the top three. Literally the entire interior offensive line class was terrible. So that's just tough. But yeah, we're developing. The team is looking really good, especially the D-line. The D-line is probably the most improved group from last year, or I guess from the beginning of last year to now. I'm like half tempted to start Reed at tight end. You know what? Why not? Sure. So I'm excited to see how this team does. I'm going to be honest, we're probably going to be worse than last year, like considerably worse. There's always a down year in Madden simulation for whatever reason, and this could be that year. But either way, I think we'll be decent. I think this playbook, the offensive playbook, keeps us from being absolutely terrible, but we'll see. So let's get to the midseason point of year two, and we will see what we are looking like. Bruh, literally again, top three weaknesses: center, left guard, right guard. Why? Why? All right, well, at the midseason point, we are 3-4. Like, I mean, I thought we would be worse. I thought we would be 2-5, honestly, but 3-4 isn't great. It's worse than we were last year, obviously, but at least I expected it. It could be worse. Let's see what the problem is, though. Is it the O-line? My guess is the O-line. Yeah, Sam Howell's doing pretty well. Aaron Jones is doing all right. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua are doing well. The O-line isn't doing great, but it's definitely not terrible. Is it the defense? We're getting... Ooh, okay, maybe it is the defense. The top two are pretty good. 4.5 sacks for Aleem McNeil. 3.5 for Danielle Hunter is fine, but literally one other sack other than those top two, and only 200 sacks. Okay, the defense isn't doing great. So maybe at the end of the year, we should switch our defensive playbook. Yeah, we are one of the worst defenses in the league. Not ideal, believe it or not, but let's see who we have to re-sign. I looked for a quick second and I saw Danielle Hunter, but who else? Okay, Aleem McNeil, Kobe Turner, Quincy Williams. Okay, a few starters here, but we have a good amount of money. Like, I'm not too worried. Even though Danielle Hunter hasn't been good, like, at all so far, I'm hoping he will eventually play well. At least that's the hope. So we're going to offer him 4 years at 85 mil, which is, you know, a bit rich for how he's been playing. But, you know, I think he's worth even more than that in real life, maybe. Probably. Like, that isn't that much for a really good pass rusher anymore. So 4 years, 85 mil, and he does take it. Aleem McNeil, 4 years, 78 mil. He takes it. Can't wait for those two to play terribly now that we re-signed him. Kobe Turner, 3 years, 28.5 mil. He takes it. Quincy Williams, he's not interested, though. But, I mean, this isn't too bad. had, 6 years, 75 mil. Doesn't take it. Okay. I don't think the tag would be very expensive, so we'll think about doing that. Jake Ferguson, we kind of just replaced him. I don't want this team to get too expensive, so I don't think I'm going to re-sign guys like Jake Ferguson, Khalil Shakir, Terrell Bernard. Jake Camarda I'll try to re-sign because he's our starter, and it's kind of like hard to find mid-round punters. There aren't many that were drafted in the mid-rounds. Well, 5th maybe, but he's the best one that has been drafted in the 5th rounds, currently at least. But I don't know, we'll figure out the rest of those deals later. Even if we get like none of those players back, we're still fine. We can find other options. So let's get to the end of year 2 and we will see what kind of record we finish with. This year's going a lot quicker than last year. All right, well, at the end of year 1, if you've seen one of my videos before, y'all know why we're here. Before I reveal how we did in year number 2, if you haven't already, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And again, if we hit 1,500 likes, I have something similar to this planned. No, just kidding. I said 2,000 likes. If we hit 2,000 likes, I have something similar planned. Only if we hit that, though. I know it sounds stupid, but it really does help out the channel and the video and everything like that. I wish it didn't, but you know how it is. And yes, subscribe if you like Madden rebuilds, because that's all I do. And of course, let me know if you have any fun rebuild ideas, because if there's anything you want to see, I'm definitely open to doing it. I'll give you a shout out if you care about that, but y'all already know. But this is how the team is looking at the end of year number 2, and you might notice Earl Harrison has X Factor. That's insane. So yeah, clearly that was a pretty good value pick at what? Pick 20 in the 3rd round, so that's what? 84? Pick 84? So hopefully we can keep developing him. I'm almost tempted to switch to a more pass-heavy offense now, because we do have such an insane receiving core. The thing is, our offense is pretty good, so I don't want to mess with it. But anyways, in year number 2, we finished not amazing, but good enough to make the playoffs, going 9-8. The Browns went 16-1, by the way. The Bengals went 10-7. We were 3rd in the division, but we still made the playoffs. The Jets also made them at only 9-8. Okay, do y'all remember in the last rebuild where I said Tyler Huntley's really good in this game? I don't know if y'all see that, but we'll get to that in a second. That's cool. But Sam Howell was really nice this year. Only 3,200 yards, because again, we only passed 418 times, but 27 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. Pretty good completion percentage too for Mr. Sam Howell. And then Aaron Jones had 1,200 yards, only 4.4 per carry, which is still good. And then 11 touchdowns. Sam Howell wasn't too great in the run game, 625 yards, 3.7 per carry. Not fantastic. Cooper Kupp led the team with 1,000 yards, 14 touchdowns, 703 touchdowns for Puka Nacua. Even 600 yards for Evan Reed as a rookie, only 400 for Earl Harrison though. I wish he did more, but oh well. The blocking was really nice, low-key. Drew Dahlman wasn't great, but the rest of the line was really good. And then on defense, Quincy Williams led the team with 119 tackles for loss, 13 for Kobe Turner, 11 for Dorrance Armstrong, and then 10 for Danielle Hunter and Aleem McNeil. And sacks, okay, good. Danielle Hunter finished with 13.5. He was actually good this year. 7.5 for Aleem McNeil, 4.5 for Dorrance Armstrong, and then interceptions, 3 for Jordan Whitehead and Deron Bland, 2 for Quincy Williams, and 1 for Michael Carter. So we definitely did much better in the second half of the year. But let's check out yearly awards. So MVP goes to Justin Herbert on the Texans. Oh, Joe Burrow's on the Browns. Okay, and Tyler Huntley was up there at number 4 for MVP. We will go over his stats in a second. Sam Howell at number 6, though. Oh, I guess the rushing yards definitely helped him get up there. We'll take that. That's cool. This is a very cursed fantasy draft, though. Chris Godwin wins Offensive Player of the Year as Joe Burrow's number 1 receiver for the Browns. It looks like Christian Kirk was Tyler Huntley's number 1 receiver. That's interesting. What team are we again? We're the Ravens. No Ravens up here. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to, or Player of the Year goes to Micah Parsons again. Quinnen Williams. No, we're not the Browns. Danielle Hunter at number 3. I saw Q Williams and I was thinking Quincy Williams, but his brother. Wrong Q Williams. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Matthew Sheehan or Sheehan, however you say that last name, for the Steelers. Wow, Evan Reed all the way down at 9. I thought he would be close to winning it. Interesting. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Kenny Laurie for the Jets. Raphael Elam at number 10. So I thought we would be higher for awards, I'm not gonna lie. Sam Howell was at number 3 for best QB. We'll take that, I guess, but it's not a win, so it doesn't really matter. Aaron Jones was up there for best running back. Cooper, okay, I'm not gonna go through all these. I want to get to what Tyler Huntley did. I at least saw 44 touchdowns already, which is kind of crazy. Okay, he did throw a lot of interceptions with 16, but I mean, when you throw 44 touchdowns, I don't think that really matters. 4,300 yards, decent completion percentage. Yeah, he's good in this game. Very good. Did he rush at all? No, not really. Was he undrafted? Is there a chance we could get him? Hold on. Damn, okay, he was undrafted, so we can't get him, but it is what it is. But if I'm ever in like a QB needy situation where we're in like a bridge season or something and we just don't have a good QB on the roster, I might sign Tyler Huntley if he's available. But we are going to be taking on the Texans led by Justin Herbert here. They had the #1 scoring offense. Their defense was also pretty good. I mean, not as good in yards allowed, but at least for points per game allowed. Wow, we were just the definition of mid this year. We went 9-8, which is pretty much as close to mid as you can get. We had the 16th scoring offense, the 16th scoring defense. We had 21.5 points per game and 21.5 points per game allowed. We were as mid as we can get, which is stupid because the Texans only have an 82 overall team and they went 13-4. We have an 84, whatever. It is what it is. But let's simulate this game out and we will see if we can somehow take down the Texans. We deserve to. We have the higher overall team, but will we? No. We lose 28-14. Okay, you know, our offense wasn't that good. Do I be lame and go with the Chiefs offense? You know what? To piss people off, I might. I very well might. What's the offense that gets like the most even spread between 3 receivers? And trust me, I know about an even spread. I spend a lot of time with your mother. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be using the Bears. Bills really do. Do we use the Bills? That's the one I was thinking of, and it looks like they do get a pretty good spread. They don't really use a tight end, which is fine because we don't have a good tight end. The Browns did. I don't trust the Browns, though. I feel like they're just good because they have Joe Burrow. All right, Jake Bobo was good again, too. Didn't get a dev trait for some reason last year, but Chiefs. I don't want to use the Chiefs because I can smell the comments coming from a mile away like, oh, why do you just use the Chiefs every year? Because they're the only playbook in this fucking game that makes your offense play as well as it actually should. That's why I use it. But we'll try the Bills. The Bills could be good too. We'll give it a chance. Our defense will leave because, like, I just don't know good defensive playbooks. It seems like there isn't one that's consistently good. But let's get into the offseason, and now we will really try to upgrade this team heading into year 3, which could be the final year already, depending on how we do. But in the Super Bowl, the Texans do at least end up winning it 30-24 over the Packers. At least we have a diverse Super Bowl there. I mean, it's better than Chiefs-Cowboys every year. No big upgrades, though. No award wins, obviously. And who do we want to bring back? Jake Ferguson, I'm good. Khalil Shakir, I'm good. Terrell Bernard isn't that expensive at all. And he's like, we have a good third linebacker that we drafted. Never mind. Jake Camarda, do you want to come back? I don't want to have to tag you again. Bruh. Whatever. And then Quincy Williams, I'll up the deal a little bit. He does resign. Okay. We'll tag Jake Camarda again. It's cheaper than the contract would have been anyways, so that's fine. But let's see if there are any free agents this year. I don't even know who we would go for, though. Like, there are positions we can upgrade, but we'll see. It's bad again. Quinn Miners. I think he was a second-round pick, though. I'm probably wrong. I've been wrong about literally every, like, draft round prediction. Not prediction, but, like, just trying to remember. But I don't know. We'll check what round Quinn Miners was taken in. Was Jake Ferguson even a mid-round pick? Probably. Okay, let me check. But these are the players we are going to go for in free agency. It's actually a pretty good group. You know, not, like, insane or anything, but it is pretty good. Assuming we can get most of these players. The problem is that we are only tied for the lead for literally everybody we are going for. There is a pretty decent chance we don't get anybody here. I mean, we were pretty good last year, so, you know, I think we'll get a few of them, but it's probably going to be disappointing, you know, who we actually get. It's just tough to sign free agents in fantasy drafts because A, there are never any good ones, and even the best ones, other teams need those positions and actually have a lot of money, so they also go after them. So it's kind of tough. But we're going for Ramondre Stevenson, Quinn Miners, Grady Jarrett, Teron Johnson, David Onyemata, and Khalil Shakir. It's a good group. It's a lot of players that I rarely get in rebuilds, which is kind of fun. That's the thing I like about fantasy drafts. I feel like I always get the same players in regular rebuilds because they're just the ones that happen to be available in free agency. You know, they're the real life upcoming free agents. In these, you know, it kind of diversifies that. I feel like I've used the word diversity about 40 times in this rebuild, but whatever. Fuck it, we ball. I don't know. But yeah, pretty good group of players, enough yapping. Let's see if any of these guys want to sign. Literally everybody signs, and who do we get? Oh, okay, never mind. We get literally all of them. Damn. Oh no, we didn't get Teron Johnson. What? whatever. Who cares? Is there another corner? Okay, I was gonna go for Jeremy Chin earlier, but he went 1 pick before the 3rd round. He went, or round 2 pick 64, so that's fun. Okay, there isn't really another corner that would be an upgrade at all, so that'll just have to be something we target in the draft. I'm surprised we didn't go up in overall. I mean, I know we didn't get crazy upgrades here, but we upgraded like legitimately. But yeah, in the draft, I think we're gonna look at corner, maybe edge, but it's gonna be tough to upgrade there, and maybe safety, but at least I'm really gonna look for a good corner. So let's get to the draft, potentially the final draft, and we will see what we can do. But the team's already pretty good. But here we are in the draft. The Raiders have the number 1 pick. Who did they draft at QB? I don't know. Oh, they have Mac Jones. They also have Garrett Gilbert, who's a 47. I need to respect Garrett Gilbert in my custom rosters. I just haven't changed his overall, I don't think, because he hasn't played in I don't know how long. Wasn't he like the AAF MVP? Or what was it called? Was it AAF? Yeah. I almost forgot about that league. That was interesting. But anyways, was that the corner I wanted? That was definitely the corner I wanted, wasn't it? Okay, no, that corner's still available. Marlon Tate. He's only 20 years old. He has great speed, elite change of direction, B awareness, B man, B press, B zone. He doesn't look insane or anything, but we are taking him. Hidden dev, 93 speed, 96 change of direction, 92 excel. Okay, yeah, he's good. And now I don't know what I want to do. That was the one player I was like set on taking. Everything else is up in the air. Let's see. Ooh, Melvin Winslow, a pass protector with actually maybe decent run blocking ability. I mean, he's not that strong, but we'll think about him. Ooh. Okay, there are definitely some decent guards too. Cooper Keaton looks kind of crazy too. But wait, this dude's name is Brian Griffin? I'm gonna kill myself. Shout out Family Guy, bottom 5 show of all time. He doesn't look that good either. He has terrible finesse, and he's not even that good of a run blocker, but he's a scheme fit. He had a good combine, and I like his name. So let's go with Brian Griffin out of Cal. Oh, of course he has normal dev. Why? The game hates me today. Nah, I guess we got Next Factor. I can't complain too much. Literally in the last rebuild, I hit like 40 normal dev, or not 40 normal devs, 40 hidden devs. I mean, not actually 40, but it felt like 40, and we still didn't get one dev trait better than Star. So that was fun. Ooh. Okay, this guy's interesting. I don't know if he's all that good. He looks good though. He's good, really good speed for someone who's, oh, he's actually not that big. He's just super strong. 493 speed is really nice, especially for someone that had 42 bench reps, which is somehow only second. Who's stronger? Oh, okay, Deion Starks is massive. 6'4", 360. I mean, we don't need defensive tackle anymore, but if we can get a good player, I think we're gonna go with Markel Hunt. The only thing I'm worried about is he has bad pursuit, but everything else looks good. So let's take him. Of course he has normal dev. Why wouldn't he? This is so random, but half the time when I think of the Baltimore Ravens, I was like super bored when I was younger, and I would just straight up do like Madden franchises for fun, like rebuilds like 6 years ago or something. And I made a combination of like every team, or like 2 random teams in the NFL, which inspired my, I combined every NFL team with their division rival, or with their rival, which that is a criminally underrated video. I thought that one would do well, and I thought it was really fun. Go watch that one after this. It was interesting. But anytime I think of the Ravens, I think of that I combined them with the Giants in like Madden 18 or something. I don't know why I think of that. I just do. So that was interesting. Anyways, the point I was getting at is go watch my other videos. Smile. Let's go with Marcus Warner. He looks pretty good. Good speed, really good strength, elite strength. He looks like a decent tight end, sure. Hidden dev, we'll take it. But I might make 1 or 2 more picks, and then we will simulate the rest of this out. We'll see what kind of players we got. Okay, well, we got a couple good players here. Not many. We didn't get as many good players as last year. To be fair, I don't know what the CPU did. Not a whole lot. But Marlon Tate is a 77 overall at only 20 years old as a rookie. Brian Griffin's only a 73, which that's fine. Markel Hunt, 75 overall. Of course, no dev trait, but still looks good. Marcus Warner isn't as good as I thought he would be, but of course, at least he has a dev trait. I don't even know how much he's going to play anyways, though. We could start him. We'll see. And I think I took these 2 players. Neither of them are good. They were barely scouted, to be fair. Oh my god, this guy is terrible. But overall, we got what we needed pretty much, and that is a good 3rd corner, maybe 2nd. Yeah, I think Marlon Tate would be our number 2 corner, so that's all we needed, and let's get into year 3. But here's a look at the team heading into year 3, potentially the final year of the rebuild, depending on how we do. Are we going to start Warner? Let's start Warner. He has a dev trait. Maybe he can win Rookie of the Year or something, which may or may not matter, depending on if we go another year. But I don't know. This team is kind of good. We're an 85 overall. Lots of room to improve even this year with, you know, a couple rookies starting. The majority of our team is younger and has good dev traits, so I really like how we're looking. The only player I'm worried about mostly on offense is Morgan Moses, because, you know, the first year he was terrible. Last year he wasn't bad, but he was still maybe our worst lineman, but I don't know if I trust Ross more, this rookie that the CPU picked. I don't know. If we're at the midseason and Morgan Moses sucks, then I'll put Ross in, but y'all might not see that, because I think we're just going to go straight to the end of the year, and we will see what happens. So yeah, let's get to the end of year 3, and I hope we can do well, but you never know with Madden simulation. Well, this is the biggest Madden simulation moment I've maybe ever seen. Before I reveal how we did in what is probably the final year, because I am unfortunately out of time, but, you know, we've built a really good roster. I've done all I can. We have an 87 overall team while doing a challenge. This straight up almost looks like I wasn't doing a challenge. It's a weird team. It's a team I wouldn't normally build, obviously, but it is a very good team. So surely a really good team would do well in Madden simulation, right? You know what? Before I reveal how we did, let's check where an 87 overall ranks in the NFL. Okay, well, I think we're just straight up the best team. Oh, the Steelers also have an 87. Our division rival, of course they would have an 87. But yeah, we are legitimately the highest overall team in the league without even having morale. So, surely the highest overall team in the NFL with, you know, players that actually play pretty well in this game usually, surely that team would do well, right? You know what? Let's go over the season stats real quick. So, Sam Howell was decent, but not great. 3,600 yards, 29 touchdowns, 13 picks. Could have been better, could have been worse. He was fine. He was pretty decent for his overall. He's up to an 80 now, by the way. He's pretty decent. Still no dev trait, but is playing well. Aaron Jones, 1,300 yards, 4.8 per carry, 11 touchdowns. Ramondre Stevenson, even 10 touchdowns. That's nice. No 1,000-yard receiver, but Earl Harrison, 4 yards away from 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. 900 yards and 9 touchdowns for Cooper Kupp, too. Puka Nacua was decent. Ah, I found our problem of the team. Goodbye, my friend. You are fucking terrible. Okay, I see why we had the record we did. I think he was the sole reason, because everything else looks good. Raphael Elam, 104 tackles, 102 for Quincy Williams. Tackles for loss, 24 for Hunter, 16 for McNeil, 13 for Jarrett and Turner. And sacks, 9.5 for Danielle Hunter. That isn't great, but that's not terrible. 6 for Ali McNeil, Jarrett, and Dorrance Armstrong. Ah, and I found the second reason. Only 2 total interceptions on the year. 1 for Jordan Whitehead and Deron Bland. Okay. If you couldn't already tell, in year number 3, we missed the playoff, going 9-8. We had a winning record, and we had one of the best defenses in the league and a borderline top 10 offense, which it should have easily been top 10 as an 88 overall. Just Morgan Moses, awful in this game. Always is. But I don't know what to do about that. We built a good team here today, and that is literally all I can do. All I can do. Maybe I should start forcing wins and rebuilds if I feel like we really deserve one. I don't know. It's something I've, you know, talked about before. Half ironically, because I knew people wouldn't go for that, obviously, but I'm half tempted at this point, because having the highest overall team in the league and missing the playoffs probably isn't super fun as a viewing experience. I don't know. I probably won't do that because it would take me, you know, 40 years to finish a rebuild, but it's something I've mentioned on the channel before and have legitimately, like half legitimately thought about, because simulation is so bad. But unfortunately, like I said, that is going to be the end of today's rebuild. I mean, we legitimately built the highest overall team in the league while doing a challenge, so I think I was successful. And if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to drop a like, be sure to subscribe. I have something really planned. Wow, how tired am I? I have something really fun planned for 30K. Another long rebuild that I like to do for, you know, sub goals and all that. So be sure to subscribe if you like Madden Rebuild. But thank you all so much for watching, and with that, I'll see y'all again in the next video. Goodbye.